happened to see a pattern I really want to try. Saw it on Savage Flies. So I'm gonna get right into it. That should be fun. Let's make sure to go any higher. Oh. And let me just get the charger out of the way. As well as plugged back in. And found some different kinds of beading wire and threads. So I also want to see where I could put them to use here. Let me just plug in the computer so it doesn't keep shutting off. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. My dad just got out of surgery, and it is indeed cancer, unfortunately. Last surgery was to test, and last surgery was to test, however, didn't get a piece, I guess, large enough, or there was not enough cells to test in the specimen, and so they had to do another surgery to go in and gather some more bits, if you will. And yeah, so positive for that. So I'm trying to figure out what the next move is. I have a really small family. It's essentially just my parents and I. No siblings. I have 2 half-sisters, but I haven't talked to them in, God, well over a decade. Just different states, that kind of thing. And yeah, so a little distracted. I was too distracted yesterday, and I think I popped on for like 7 minutes and just sat here tying some hollow ties. Really want to get good at those. Find some longer craft fur. I saw Heroine make some. Need a good amount. I haven't run out of craft fur yet. And yeah, in the water they're gonna be really smoothed out. These 2 are my favorites. I put an extra round of the craft fur. This one has pearl. I call it the pearled meteor because I haven't colored it yet, and it's got that comet shape. But nice profile. I'm getting there. And if you get these back, you'll see the pearl is also wrapped along the body for some extra appearance of life force. And the other is pearl, but on red thread. I really like how these came out. And I believe the size is a size 8 long hook. And this one I still have to speckle or bar it, but I'm trying to get kind of like, when you see pike flies, how they're really full of oranges, reds, and yellows, and greens. I really want to get that color combination down with various materials. So I just started coloring this one, just a Sharpie. Hello, Fierceside. Hello, Stuart the Fish Whisperer. I love the internet too, indeed, with that. I really do. I know it has its dark sides, its bottomless pits, but it also has this beautiful ether. And you know, you can fall into anything on the internet. However, you can also find so much and choose where you spend most of your time, even though that might be a little difficult sometimes. Like, I scroll a little more than I'd like to, but thankfully my For You page is essentially fly tying videos now, so been kismetly running into a lot of different patterns. And this one is called the Matuka. Now, still on Savage Flies. It was automatically taken when he said yarn. I'm not sure. His yarn looks Gucci. This is just basic acrylic yarn. And that might be too thick. Might not be. But if it is, it's really easy to separate. Well, easy, it's a little tedious to separate. There's a few fibers in here. So there's just one. And see though, wow, one is pretty impactful. That's one. There's still more in here. I got every color of yarn essentially, so I'm really excited to put some to use. See what 2 looks like. Yeah, maybe 1. It has some extra weird texture because of the 2 loose coils. I was trying to also use the tips of these turkey feathers, just like craft store turkey. I couldn't get a single one. I've been trying to make a blue dragonfly or damselfly. I get the 2 confused. I know one keeps his wings back and one out, but I wanted to give this a go. This is just that EP like hair, if you will. It kind of feels like Barbie hair. I don't want to call it EP because it does look totally different than any EP I see in videos or in shops. But you twist it and then you fold it and and when you release this, it twists up. It's a little uneven, but I did try again. I only tried making 2. There's a few things I want to learn before continuing, but I did try again, and I don't know if these are too long or if I should have added 2 on each side. Hackle feathers. And I also been using a different method to make flies if I don't need any weight. But getting there. I don't know where to stash foam on it, so I'm still like trying to plan it out, but I just wanted to give it a go. Little dragonfly. Well, I don't have any hackle down here. There's a lot of like the actual things that are necessary for, I'm guessing, for it to float and like be usable. However, it did come out precious, so I'm not unhappy. And like I thought probably it will just like, I don't know, sink honestly, but that's what I pictured. The eyes, that's just 2 beads with mono wire, and I got every color seed bead. When I was making some pixel art fish yesterday for Kento, I was like, hey, I could probably bead this. So I have been trying to plan out some. I'm gonna make some woolly rubber earrings later. I drew them down. So I put each thing on a separate charm. So I'm gonna try and make those tonight. But back to this. I just have to look up the pattern real quick and then make sure that if you can find out what your watch hours are. Oh yeah. Getting close to the 3,000 necessary, which is absolutely really brutally wild. I'd like to make a small shop that would sell like anything handmade, made by anyone. It would be really, that would be sweet. So, watch time. Like out of the last 365 days, 2,328. It's just wild. I'm very shy in person, so like this is probably one of the last things I could picture, but for some reason, I have not tried the tinsel with glue yet. Ooh, that scared the crap out of me. There's another thing I want to try too, and I found the stuff. So I read a long time ago that you can use rubber bands for ribbing or for segmented bodies, but also elastic cord. And I just had a whole bag. Also saw a few patterns with embroidery floss, which I was stoked to read seeing that, because I have a lot of bulk stuff that haven't really been doing crafts, like crafts. So this mono, just yet another size to make eyes or anything. Wrap really small ones, eventually get over my fear and just try that again. If you let go once, the whole thing matters. Spectacularly. So I got this stretch cord, and both of these are probably too weak, because see, that's yellowed. Got that forever ago. Some of the stuff I've gotten like 20 years ago. Well, you know, yeah, probably. But very brittle. But for practice and for to seal under resin, I think I'm gonna give it a go for practice, because then I could always get more. This is from Walmart, probably $2. And this is a little fresher, and it's much thicker. So I'm gonna try that. I wanted to make a worm like this, because this is just with a pinch, with this amount of this folded over, because when you twist it, oh, I can show. So that was very soft. I might not be able to twist it. And you twist, it coils onto itself, just like making cording and that kind of thing. So I also really want to make a worm, or try to make a worm, because it'll move. And use that elastic, maybe red if I got it. I got so much of this stuff, so I'm really looking to try to find some uses, because for the bait fish, it wasn't it wasn't like it doesn't have a nice movement. I think I just need to learn how to better work with it. That's not red. Let me keep digging. There probably will be. Well, how about I just mix a few strands of this fluorescent. Oh, there is red. I just never took it out of the package. I don't know, it's just hiding. Oh, there's 2 shades of red, that's why. Came with so many. Amazon EP fiber. It's not like, you know, it doesn't look much like the stuff I see in videos and a proper EP fiber, but there are a bunch of different types. I don't know which one this is most like. It's most like Barbie hair. Big old skeins of it. I was thinking for long saltwater teasers, this will be pretty good. And practicing tying onto jig heads, because I have a bunch of jig heads. I just don't know. I haven't watched much on it. Excuse me. Must be losing my voice still. I haven't watched much on it. Hello, Bacon Grease. Oh, Ewos. How you doing today? But see that big old hook thing? I mean, the fibers will just go around. Look how bent that is. It's these eagle claw ones, but you know, they're not the sturdiest. However, I was trying to think of do I cut it off and grind it off? It's probably just lead, so cut easy. I don't know. Or just keep it on there. I haven't looked into that yet. I did make also been trying to make with different materials. This is on just a practice hook, so I didn't pay much mind to the hook, but I realized I had ostrich feather, so So that's and trying to learn the hackle. I found a printable hackle gauge or guide. However, it's not going to be like the exact size. The prints are always off, even when I print boxes and lids. But I'm thinking maybe it doesn't matter if the scale is right, because it just matters if like the curve of the hackle matches the curve of the hook. Oh shoot, I totally forgot. And this guy, I've been using the grizzly hackle. Infinitely more satisfying than the, but it came out so buggy. Because I've really just been doing streamers and stuff. And again, I don't know if the hackles appropriately. I don't know if this will just do nothing but starting to, I don't know, branch out, I suppose. Trying to track progress also. This thing? This is a hook vise. And I was actually going to use an old drill, and I was gonna try to figure out a way, even if I had to put this in a block of concrete, I swear to God, and use this because I didn't know they had these little kits, which I saw a review on it, which was, I was laughing my arse off, but I guess they were listed for $40-something, but this was like $20. And so for that, it has nice grip and everything, getting better with it. And oh, sorry, Eva's the drill. I didn't have a vise at that time. I really wanted to, I had a few things that I wanted to try to tie up before even having materials. I just had sewing thread and that kind of thing. But I had UV resin already. So I was gonna try to use, it wasn't this one, it was another one with more protrusion on its grippers. So they came up to like, here, I was gonna just try to use that to hold a hook because I'd be able to move it. I forgot what I used for the first one. I am in Southeast Florida. Let me get this. Oops. It's called the Great Matuka. I think I said Matuka. This is it. I just saw this while scrolling and I was like, hey, I have the stuff for that. Yeah, so that's been the trickiest thing, is finding patterns that I have all the materials for so far, and or materials that I could use to substitute. I've been wanting to find uses for these guinea hen feathers. They're so vibrant. And I got a few random packets. Here's some I already had. I must have got these at a yard sale or something. And some that came in the beer size package, and some from the craft store with code not too long ago. Which, that might be it. A green one would be sweet. So, the one thing that I'm very curious on is he looks like he just folded the feather, which I don't understand that part. So, and so first let me add the wire and then tinsel. We're using the super thin silver wire, just using what we got. Which this wire pretty much blows my mind. It is so thin. Just catch it on that back portion of the vise so it shouldn't. think that's it. Finally. And silver tinsel. Yeah, silver, green, and black. That sounds sweet. I don't really feel like going back and forth too much. Alright, so those two. And then the yarn. They're such fine materials. So fine, yet so sturdy and strong. Like, you could really pull on this stuff. Craft materials, dear lord. Yeah. I'm gonna have to amp up production a little bit, because when the crafting community finds out about any of this stuff, ooh, I heard what happened with feathers. Which I see that's a big thing right now, is hair extensions, like kits to do at parties. And some of the kits look like it's that tinsel, that really thin tinsel, which I'm trying to get a packet of that, but the only pack that I could find on Amazon that has like a ton of colors, the shipping is forever. Which I guess, I mean, you haven't seen anything so pathetic as me waiting for the mail truck. Alright, so now we haul it to the front. I wonder if wrapping behind the materials, like, let's be able to point to the area. In a second here. Like, putting a wrap behind all the materials is a good idea for like a little, I don't know, I guess, I don't know. Everything has such strategy in every bit of it that, like, it's really fun to think about. Like, even down to the simplest things, like how something is attached. Like, there's ample reasoning behind it. And just good old experimenting. I should actually probably end this sooner. Like that. Oop. Okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot to add the feather. Crap. Shoot. Well, I gotta watch anyway, real quick, just to see how it's done. How? How is it folded in half? Like when you try to fold a feather, it just... And it's like, oh, maybe, how do you fold? You appreciate you for stopping by. Hope your day is beautiful. I'm gonna try to figure out how to fold a feather. Let's see. There are multiple ways of folding feathers. Trying to push to see like which, because wouldn't it be on this way? And oh, actually, I think I found. I think I felt like no resists, like there is a. Oops. Maybe though. Maybe. So I'm trying to fold this here feather. Like, that's folded. I just gotta get this front folded. Front's folded a little bit. So, I guess a little progress. Because I know how to do it with the hackle feathers with scissors. That's the only... Or my fingers just running down the feather. Okay. Just want to get it as folded as I can. It's pretty impressive what you could do with feathers. I've watched a good deal on like flower making with feathers, that kind of thing. And I did find that channel of the girl who makes the flowers and stuff with the fibers, which I think would be very useful in this department. So I think I'm going to start over. I'm still gonna wrap this with the stuff attached, because I could just add something else to it in the future. coming to find, just focus on the stem of the feather rather than anything else, because the other fibers just kind of get pushed out of the way, allowing you to get a grip on the, what happened there? Did I hold it too aggressively? No! Did I pull some off? Or it just got folded weird? Well, shoot. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna still try to add it. It just won't have, it won't have the, it won't be like tucked in or anything. I'm just gonna wire it on top because I feel like I could fold a better feather too. Oh, this looks nice. I wish my wrapping was a little better. But no matter how many times I unravel it and wrap it and unravel it, it's gonna look the same. Definitely a little better with the copper, or the thick wire rather. I currently have some in copper. But since using repetition to learn, I've been not blowing through materials, but definitely using a lot more than I, oh man, dang, so uneven on that side. There's just no way I'm gonna be able to move any of that. This is a dry run, or what have you. So what direction? I suppose obviously it would be this direction. Oh, but how much tail? Oh, okay. Since I really messed that front bit up, I'm just gonna remove these, but save them for the beard. Nice, vibrant fibers. I was watching a few videos on origami wings, like what? I can't wait to try that. So the video I watched was from a channel called The Feather Bender. Get this down. Even it out a little bit. A little awkward to hold. Okay, I'm gonna use that bodkin and part it like hair. I'm gonna counter wrap this stuff. Looks like a bird. Especially in this direction. Should I double wrap that? Yeah, because this is just an experiment one. I just want to see what happens if you do that. Anyway. What's this? Okay. Poke it through where you plan on putting your wrap. Sometimes it's hard to see. Like it becomes one big illusion. I can't see where things start or stop. A few more. Excuse my face. Everyone looks a little crazy when they're focusing. Still? Alright, hold on. Definitely gotta give this one another go. Quite a few more goes. I just really loved the kind of like sail or this portion and how it was so simply put together. And I'll wrap the other one way more. Call this one the dry run. I never know where to like end the wire. And as for this, I'm not gonna probably be using this one. This is a practice. Because I feel like I would want to have tucked that in way more if this was gonna be penetrate toward. Always looking for more patterns to try. Don't know why this is how I've been doing it, but alright, I'm not sure what to do for the back. And then I'll like look at it and compare it and see where I went wrong or off. Shoot. So next time I really gotta take care and not getting this all messed up back here. Well, that was the first attempt. I still have to add the beard. Oh man. Alright, I took the stuff off. I'm not sure if this is enough. Underneath. Sorry. Try not to slam the stuff down, but I tend to. Gotta figure out how to get it to stick out a little bit more. We could party multilingual. I don't know any language, but I do try to pick up here and there. At least saying hi in every language would be sweet. Got quite a few down. Ooh, look at that. The tail's still messed up though. But we'll see. Oh god, that side wrap is horrible. So, let me flip it around. It looks a lot better on this side. Matuka. First attempt though, so very sloppy. Matuka, I believe. Looks like it's going through a phase. Like spiky hair. Alright, so I dropped something I feel like was important. I suppose maybe it could be. Oh yeah, worm. I just want to try worm first. So this probably is not the hook to use, but it's what I got, and I just want to see if it'll look decent, because I'm thinking of having the worm like this, just attached here really. I don't know. Maybe it's 2 feathers. No. That's what I thought too, until I really like stared at it. But I was then thinking it might be easy to use 2 feathers if I could find 2 identical ones in size, because I could add them both along the thing. Did have a feather, didn't there? Gosh, oh, it's a different charger. Let's see, maybe this is not the hook. Maybe I'll just do it on these practice hooks. And my idea is to make one of those spiral things, but try to get thicker, like this, going this way, and then the rubber ribbing here, and then the other part going like that. And so it's just all floating on Wild Lake. And the cool thing about this twist thing, you could add a bead to the end of it by twisting from the bead. Or not twisting from the bead, but folding it at the bead when you go to wrap the extra part on the hook. Use that for cording, for drawstrings, decorative, like it instead of having just like a plain drawstring. So go switch to red. I was watching a video on the different threads last night, or the other night, and it had a good point that to think of the threads as tools rather than supplies. What happened? That's a first. I'm just gonna cut it. And the dernier is the weight, no, is the weight, and the aught is the diameter. Oh boy, I forgot already. Dang it, I thought I committed that to memory. So if that, maybe this part. Yeah, do the bottom one first. Definitely an experiment. Put too much thought into it, but the idea came to mind. Trying to get the perfect amount, because it can't be too thick, because it is going to be folded. So it can't be too thick. Take a little bit out. Just like doll hair. Alright, that might be not enough now. Just add it all, because running your fingers through it takes a bunch of loose stuff out, so you might end up with the perfect amount. I'm not sure what order is gonna be best for this, but if it looks good, I'll try more. Well, you know what? I gotta run and grab some coffee, so I'm gonna put just a little bit of penetrator. And I'm gonna twist that really intensely, and then fold it, and then repeat on the other side, and then put some ribbing, this stuff, the elastic cord, thick one maybe. Depends on the diameter, because it stays pretty thin. It's been quite difficult actually to gauge like how much of this stuff to use when, because sometimes it'll feel like nothing and then it's too much, and sometimes it feels like too much but then it's not enough. Double wings, yeah. As soon as I tied in the other stuff, like I kind of regretted not trying to add 2 wings. I did take 4 out, had 4 prepared, of as close to the same size as I could find. I think my favorite material thus far, excluding the bucktail, is hackle feathers. They're just really, for tails and for wings and for wrapping, they're wild. I keep seeing them everywhere now. I use this to keep my hair out of my face sometimes. It's just a random bit of feathers on a headband. It might become supplies. I want to find out what these are. I'm guessing they're just tendrils from around, no, like neck feathers? I don't know, they're really pretty. They have the same coloring as peacock feathers. But try to find those. Alright, I think that's good and dry. Well, I'll grab some coffee real quick. Natural feathers, yeah. And, good amount of them, too. I know, gosh, it's such an indescribable green, turquoise, and then to blue. I know there's peacock neck feathers, but I think those are totally different, like scallops. I know these are turkey feathers. Craft feathers, so meat factory feathers. And I have a hard time deciphering if it's rooster or hen. I think the rooster, because they're pointy, but could be wrong. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, well, let me try this. It's very slippery. You just tie it as tight as, or twist it. I'm just, shoot, you can't really see it. Oop, just twisting. And then see how it goes. So, ideally, I'll fold like here. And twist it farther back. Okay. Mosquito. Alright, let me just get it secure real quick. Oop. Oh, duck feathers too. I actually really need duck feathers. The quills for wings. Been keeping an eye out here. Did find a really nice feather the other day that looks like a duck feather in shape. Not sure exactly what it's from. So it just kind of looks like rope. But gonna, oh, you know what, dang it. Well, I'm gonna try it actually, because that would be brilliant if I could just use this excess tail for the other portion. And I think I do want to add beads for some weight and like bobbling. Add beads to the ends so they'll maybe move more. And also try it in a bunch of different materials. Alright, so what should I... Alright, like, I just want to tuck this stuff in a little better. Oh, no, no, no. Don't really want all that red on. So I get okay. So, oh, I hope I have enough. just for a little bit. Doesn't have to be as long as the other side. I'm just twisting it. Little Lucy. Oh, that's funny. Alright. So I'm going to add the stretch cord. That's all of it. This one might be too thick. Shoot, this one's yellowed. I use this one anyway. Because this is just an experiment. So if it looks good next time near Walmart, they're about $2. The last I got one, $1.99. Just try to smooth this out a little bit. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna glue it. Oh, you know what? First, I want to see. Oh, some stuff reacts to things. You never know. I'm sure it's fine. I do kind of like it with like shine there, but I've been wanting to try to do this for a minute. Oh. That's a good answer. Keep it like that. Let me think. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just keep it like that. I'll do resin, I guess. A little arts and crafts experiment. Lefty Cray said, more of this stuff has gone on people's desks rather than on any flies. And I haven't been good about keeping it in the little cavity. Shoot. Now what? Well, the idea is gonna take some work to polish it, but it looks like I just ended like snags on some of that aquatic rope that's like plasticky. Well, it can be done in any material, and that would probably be a lot better than this, but let's go for a worm. Oh, Freddy! Tried to make a worm, but it just looks like a snagged piece of rope. A little piece of that rubber sticking out. Well, that was fun. Feels like proper arts and craft. Just needs a pom-pom. Let's see. Oh, I really want to get this one down, so I gotta try the Matuka. So, I could do a red one. And keep the red thread on. Ooh, that's pink. I wish there was an easier way to dig through a bag of feathers. That one's perfect. In like multiple ways. I just want to frame that one. Like in a shadow box. Which, I had no idea how big shadow boxes were in the fly tying community. That was very exciting. Whoa. I love a good shadow box. I love making shadow boxes though, like a lot. I was just quite taken by the thought. I was like, oh, we're gonna be friends. We're gonna be friends. Trying to look for some shadow boxes now. I was thinking also of finding, you know those like collectible spoons? Well, they're quite easy to find. There's those cabinets to hold the collectible spoons. And I was thinking, if I find one of those, where the spoons would go, I could put little bits of foam and use that to store flies and also have like a really cool display. Just focusing on the spine this time. This one's a little uneven, I think. Not as symmetrical. The origami wings. Wow. I'm sitting kind of. And they're even crazier when they're coated in the resin. They look like a proper wing. Alright, so I don't know if this is gonna work. That's too uneven. That's really uneven. What am I doing? So, hey, there's a perfect red one. What was the original plan? Beard. Yeah, it's the same stuff that the Dragonfly is. It's and it feels just like the stuff is super just straight plastic. Let's see. Oh man, I have to stack those. Okay. The Savage Flies channel is just really easy to watch all day, honestly. Trying to get a little well-versed in the world of vices, because they do pop up on eBay a lot, but I don't know like any of the brands or what to look for. I know Gyroscope, but and tabletop. I don't really have anywhere to attach a seed clamp. Although there is a $20 one that looks sick. It looks like something you could just keep in your bag. Try to slowly fold it. I'm sure it has a full length of this video. Maybe. Or pattern. Because it just shows feather and then folded feather. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna try to do this properly this time. And like in the proper order, or the recommended order. I mean, it makes sense to have a red head, right? With black. I guess I could always paint it black. Okay. Ow! Oh, salam, Elner Mirzayev. Sorry it took so long to. Sometimes I forget to not sound words out loud. Sounds really cool name. What a feather. I couldn't find any information on. I know it's like marabou fluff, but if like that's appropriate for the back of whoa, that is a cool word. Let me look it up. Oh, okay. Azerbaijan. Apologies if I mispronounced. So sick. Yeah, I bet the food over there in your part is divine. I like a food. Yeah. Ooh, look at fishing. That's so intense. Caspian Sea. Real nice. Oh. I love how everywhere we all got trout on this planet. There's a lot of it's really cool to think about. We all get bears and trout. Florida does have bears. Florida black bear, I believe. I could be wrong on its color. Maybe a brown bear. I feel like it's a black bear though. Little thing. So I'm looking for the one tiny little strip of silver wire, but it's very thin and really easy to lose. Oh, there's a little kink in the metal, which will break. Well, I find usually happens. Hopefully I caught that in time. Trying to get it stashed behind the vice handle. There it goes. And then what else? I think I'm gonna do 2 again. That seemed fine. And I do kind of forget how to attach the feather. At least the body on this one is already way smoother than the last one. The other one had quite a taper to it. I had a major brain fart there. It's like, whoa, what is all this for? Psst. Whole new world. And then the head. Okay. So. That's just regular old yarn. I'll be darned. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to not forget to look. In the camera. I never know how to tuck the tense. Oop. Ah, there's no tension. Okay. party time. So, attach this up here. As even as possible. I think I'm gonna tighten the top as I go. Oop. I wish I could adjust the lace. Put it on a book, maybe. Oops. Alright. I'll go the other way. It's like the first one is the most difficult. Okay. Is there one stuck? Oh, okay. There's just one stuck that shouldn't have been. Fiber by fiber. don't understand. Oh, there was one. Okay. Oh. Just trying to get it to like wrap up a little bit more. Okay. Pardon me. Sweet. That landed in a decent spot. Oh, it's easier to do that separately. Okay. Like definitely a little bit of progress, a little bit though. There's a lot of variations of this when I looked up more. Matuka pattern. almost. Oh, beard. And just gonna throw a little beard here, just as the video. Again, the video is on savage flies. It's called the Matuka. I think I add the beard at the wrong spot also. I think it goes like not there. Like in the front or something. I really like the setup of it. I hope to get this one down. The Matuka fly attempt. Can't get it any more folded than that. Well, granted, I didn't put too much effort in folding it. And, I mean, like by that I mean like trying different techniques. I do quite like it though. Quite a bit of these feathers, and the individual fibers pinched together look really cool. And first I've seen it so far, it's like pretty dang new still. And first I've seen one that, like, simply put, was like just a feather. Should try to link that video. I appreciate that, Derek. Yeah, the savage flies. It's simple guinea Matuka. I don't know how you keep the feathers so nice. Gotta get definitely a little bit of keeping the feathers together, because this is like still intact. But savage flies. Ooh. Pheasant tail. All purpose maple. It's really pretty. They did have pheasant tail at the craft store, but there was 2 feathers in the package. It was like $3.99. So skip that. That's real nice. But turns out there's like tons of uses for, and what I didn't notice really, which I now notice and pay attention to, is in pheasant tails, they're pretty narrow feathers. Narrow feathers. And however, the like fibers, it's not like they're going straight out, they're going like up and down. And super long, like these are super long. I also want to make a palmetto bug. I was trying to think of ways to do that. Quite a few feathers, and maybe like foam body, but the wings I think are the most important part. Because the head could be cemented and shiny, but any like oval but kind of scallopy feathers. And I also wanted to try painting the feathers themselves, because maybe not everything needs UV resin or can take UV resin, but if I coat it with something first. Dang. I wonder why. I always say links in comment sections, and I can never figure out how to post the link that works. Because I just like copy link and then drop it in the chat. It's quite difficult. Alright, this one I'll also keep out. That's perfect. What now? What did I try before? Like before I came on. Oh, that little grubby thing, I guess. I do want to compare the two. So that was the first attempt, but don't be deceived with the striping. It's really uneven on this side. And the second attempt, definitely a lot better. I have to find a different feather though out of these. Like maybe one has more of a scallop shape. That'll be easier to attach. And watch the video a few more times and see if there's a full-length version. And watch some other ones so I know the objectives and like when to attach and where. Oops. Ah. So let's see. I love the thing. God, I can't believe how pitch black it is outside. So, on to the next. It really helps, like, at least me stay consistent is repetition. Yeah, I gotta be sitting here. Time flies anyway. A few more patterns that I wanted to give a go tonight that were just like ideas. Let's see. Well, I'm pretty hungry, so. Oh, lionfish. Yeah, lionfish is in these parts. Under blue heron, scene 3. I think that's pretty much it. 2 in one day, too. There. And, can't spear them. But my only idea is if they're by the wall to just grab them with a net and give them a good whack. And then eat it. Because they're said to be really delicious. They're a delicacy. I believe you have to have a permit to sell them to restaurants. Made some more of those mono eyes. Oops. So this time I was able to get pretty dang close together. And some are even closer to add to these super small ones. It's the ones that are on the the second attempt at a dragonfly or damselfly. I need to add more feathers. And like the actual mechanic parts that allow it to float and stay equal or even and all that. But, I think I have to scan the internet or something. I don't know what to tie next. The scraps of flash are really starting to trigger color combination ideas. Some of my favorite like jewelry pieces or anything like that that I made is from scraps in the desk, just falling and landing next to each other. Sometimes color combinations are very hard to come up with. And started like thinking of the color wheel more often, but choosing colors is just as difficult as choosing food sometimes. It's like, you know, like how it all looks. But on that note, very hungry and starting to ramble and poke myself a little bit. But you can almost see I have gotten myself good multiple times this week, actually. As soon as I get hungry, I start getting sloppy. That's a good judge. Tinsel with glue. Yeah. Where is it? I'll leave a few pieces out so I remember. Because that makes it useful. And it is 2 different colors. Because even wrapping this red around like silver tinsel, can't get over how it's just the weakest. I remember like wrapping this stuff around my fingers and like ripping it off my grandma's tree, and this stuff is indestructible. So I guess maybe guys use look for some vintage tinsel. Everyone on the Facebook groups are getting these packets of iridescent pearlescent, and they all seem to really like it and are really happy with it. I suppose I should ask if they've like done a poll test yet. But on that note, happy trails. Hope y'all have a beautiful evening, and gonna catch up here and figure out what the plan is, and find some more patterns to try. Started making a to-do list, and I did want to try to make the earrings, but Because I know that'll just take a second. Because that's how I imagined it. So it'll take a little while. But, anyhow, happy trail. Get it? Yeah! Yeah. Right? I like your shoulder. Matuka. I don't know why I have sandals on. I want to walk the dogs too. Yeah. It's brittle. And I kind of assumed they would have like a bunch of different flavors, if you will. They have... Oh, that's right. They do. They were separated by color palettes. Like, they didn't have an aisle with a bunch of tinsel, but they had, like, your like overall Christmas materials, garland, ornaments, separated by color palettes. I forgot about that. I guess it was at the very end. Really both Hobby Lobbies locally, the people are not stoked to be there. They are hard to approach. Really hard to ask questions too. Because you'll ask them something and they just like stare back like this morbid, like it's intense. One person was like, oh hello. But yeah, I've tried to ask multiple people in multiple stores thus far. I don't know if that's a common theme or what. It's still my favorite store, but like that I have access to. Not a lot of little, I mean, not Restaurant Depot, jeez. Resource Depot is in downtown West Palm, well near that area. What am I doing? I'm starving. But I wanted to try to make something with those eyes. They're really easy to make, so later, I might hold off till tomorrow to try the earring, to make the earring. I just have to dig out my steel head pins. They're the sturdiest ones. Some of them are super easy to bend and some very hard to bend. And I want the really hard ones to bend, which I usually avoided using because when I would use the head and eye pins, it was to make bulk stuff. And that's just what you use to attach beads. The eyes rattle a little bit, but well, not for long, because probably gonna have like stuff on it. Like wheels. I didn't seal these ones with resin, that's the only difference. They're just regular old eyes. Let's see what to add to this. I mean, what would this even be? Because I'm still not too sure like how to tie for these hooks. So I might just be wasting materials. I'm quite hungry. On that note, happy trails. I was gonna try to make a little creature, but happy trails. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a beautiful day. And until next time, please do feel free to recommend any patterns and materials. Absolutely anything. And insects to imitate, especially for here in Florida. Or some historical patterns. Been really enjoying digging the internet for the oldest patterns I can find. The oldest one I know of thus far is the alder, and 500-year-old pattern. And really want to tie that. Just waiting to get some quills. It's hard to stop. This one a little more snug on that side. Anyway, happy trails. Have a beautiful day.